So as soon as you come into the cemetery, if you hang a left, since we're always looking for Zinkers, I'm gonna look for Tech Sergeant 5. Keep on going. Keep on going. There's a couple Zinkers. So there's one. Father. And Barney. So Ransom J. Barney. We'll get a picture of that so you can see it better. Doing the same thing. There's her seam. Even though it has been here since 1901, 1890 something, I believe the burial was. It still looks better. Yeah, 1888. It still looks better than this one. This is 1887. Of course, I'm standing on Mr. Putman. Apologies. There's the Putman family. So just look for the Putman family. And you're right by the road. What? Here we are, we're driving back down. Right there is the entrance. We are going down the road. What do you know? What do my eyes do see? But another Zinker. This one's a double Zinker. It's Dodgson's. Sarah and Matthew. 71 and 67, not too bad for 1901. Looking pretty good. Couple seams right there. Some casting damage. All right, found you. All right, you can take some photos. It's nice and windy right now. Sorry, everybody. So another cool thing is they have a water pump. And it works. Pretty neat. So we're here in Spring Grove Cemetery, and this is kind of cool, and I'll show you why here in a second. So in Wisconsin, it gets really, really cold. When it gets really, really cold, the ground gets really, really hard, and you can't bury people. So you need some place to stick them until it warms up. So then you can put them in the ground. All right, people are behind me cussing. So this would be the building that they would put your body in your coffin, of course. Well, it looks open. Hey, what do you know? It's open. Weird. Well, there's plenty of room in there to put however many coffins. And then that's where you'd go until springtime. so they can put you in the ground. All right, we're gonna go check out the rest of the place. So we're at Spring Grove Cemetery here in the Wisconsin Dells. Of course, a horrible weekend and horrible wind. Sorry, everybody. It's a horrible weekend because it's a car show. But as we're here with the car show and we're doing some Zinker hunting, doing a little Zinker hunting, and let's see if you can see it. Dun dun dun. Right. Char. And then there's another one. We can see it from a distance. Right. Let me zoom in. Bloop, 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 maybe. Right up there on the hill. Get a finger in here. Where's the finger? Right up there. And there's another Zinker. Where's my finger? Right there, right? And then there's another one hiding. Where's my finger? There's my finger. Quick, everyone look at my finger. Right there. Double tap the screen. All right, let's go check these out. All right, here's another good example of all the weathering. It's one of the reasons why these Zinkers were so popular. Besides the fact they were inexpensive and they were modular, because you could just pop on those plates and then it was kind of like a buffet. You could choose whatever kind of motif or whatever that you wanted. Fairly inexpensive, but come test of time, we can see the difference between this one and that. You can see all the damage and chipping, and I don't know if maybe a lawnmower hit that or what happened. And you can see all the moss and the fungus on it, but not so much with the Zinker. That staining, it's a little dirt, a little corrosion, it would come off. And then I'm going to talk about one of these days all the different meanings for all the markings in the back. That is supposed to be a dove in flight, and that is to symbolize the spirit. The soul of this individual has been released and flies free. It's kind of cool. I like it. I like the symbolism. And there's the other one. All the way up there. You can see the soldier. Maybe. Double tap. We're going to go check that out too. I'm always positive that's a Zink. We're going to find out the hard way. It's my kind of person. Drinker. And then these are neat too. These trees of life. So Google that. Put tree motif, funerary marker, or funerary woodsman, and you'll get a little bit of history about these markers as well. Pretty cool. All right, on we go. Then right here at the side of the road, there is another one. So here's the back side. Again, we can see all the casting seams. All right, there it is sitting on its pedestal. And we know it's a Zinker. Somebody left some writing on there. 5'2". So I'm not sure what that means. That's not the person's height. I don't know, people like to write on them. It's kind of weird. back up so you can get a better view. I'm not standing on anybody. Do my best not to. And move around. There's a relative right there. Another relative. Another relative. All right. And the search continues. Again, if you're not sure, Zink. Found you. So this one's pretty easy to find. Just look for the top of the hill and the big ball. It's one of the cool things. I like coming to cemeteries, just checking out the stonework. Stonework is amazing. Let me know when you're live.
All right, almost.
Well, I don't want to be live.
Oh, well, I'm trying to turn around. Hold on. Okay, guys.
Hey, what's happening? We're still back here in Wisconsin. We're still at Spring Grove. And one of the many things besides Zinkers, right, the grave markers, is that a lot of times cemeteries also would build these. So these were their war between the state memorials. And they were very popular. If we get up there, you take the steps. Because these were also Zinkers.
Yes, they are.
All right, and they were famous, not famous, but popular with all the memorials, especially the Confederate, because they had the same bluish gray color as the Confederate uniforms. I'm going to step in front of you.
So this is Spring Grove Cemetery. We're in Wisconsin Dells, and this is a Zink grave.
Well, it's not a grave marker. It's just a memorial. It's a war memorial. So get a little closer, Jen, so they can see what we're talking about. So everyone can hear that. You can see the seaming right here. All right, and you know it's not Confederate States of America because on the belt buckle it doesn't say CSA, it says US. And he is rocking a heck of a mustache. Look at that mustache, right? But if you go to the back, you can see it says US. It doesn't have CSA for Confederate States of America. I have to plug in my phone. I'm in low power. But you can see all the flaws are on that. But these are fairly popular. So if you ever go to an older cemetery and you see these, check those out. So it's not just the grave markers themselves, like we found a couple that were over here. They have these as well. All right, still in Spring Grove Cemetery. And when you're here, we have a war between the states spy. And we will talk about her briefly. I had to walk up this hill, try not to walk on anybody, because nobody likes that. Nobody wants to get walked on. All right, so I'm going to get up a little closer so you can read it. I won't read it to you. The Bell Boyd. she is a Confederate supporter. She's from Virginia originally. All right, I'm going to twist my phone again. From Virginia originally. Died here in Wisconsin. So there's that flag. But here, there used to be Confederate flags because, well, she's a Confederate veteran and people got pissed off and they took it down. Hey people, history, not hate, history. Regardless what you thought about the war, he or she is still a vet and should still be buried under the flag that they served under, which would have been the Confederate States of America. And we'll do a little bit on their life, or on her life, right after this.